Hi everyone and welcome back to UtSEO.Ninja. My name is Triston, and if this is your first time here, don't forget to like and subscribe because I got to get that out of the way. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is Google Cloud Vision. Now, this is a really neat little toy that I just found out about during this past weekend. It was presented in a conference on YouTube marketing and video SEO and things like that, and they were talking about using it to scan your thumbnails in order to check for something that YouTube or Google could potentially use to limit your reach for your content online. And I thought there's a couple different interesting ways that this could be used, and I fear that there are going to be a lot of people searching for tutorials on how to do this, and so I figured I'd go ahead and just put together a little video and show you guys what to do and how to get into this really quickly. So first things first, you're going to want to go to cloud.google.com/vision, and that's going to take you to this page right here, and you can go through and you can start working with the APIs and consoles and everything. This is a little bit beyond what I think most of us are going to be able to manage. Like, I actually haven't been able to get this to work yet. It keeps saying I'm having a problem with a bucket. So as soon as I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But if you scroll down just a little bit right here, then you can actually test the API and you can test the system without having to get into any of the crazy backend stuff. So I have a few images over here that I want to test and show you guys and just show off some different things that this can do. And then when we're finished with that, then I wanted to kind of give you guys some of my ideas and thoughts of how we can use this to increase our reach both for websites, for YouTube, and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by looking at my selfie. So first thing you'll notice is that this can actually recognize faces, and it will try to guess like what emotions are being shown. And as you can see, I'm not very expressionful in this particular image. If we click on labels, then it will show us the individual elements of the picture. So for example, it can see the facial hair, because yeah, just a little bit of fuzz down here and right here, and so it can actually detect that. You can tell that it's a close-up, it's a portrait. See a little bit of my neck down there. See, I've got eyebrows, which is great. It's a face from a person. I have a big forehead, so we can see all that information right there. We can go to web, and what this will do is it will show us basically like keywords that are commonly used for this specific image or for similar images. So for example, you can find pictures of eyebrows. You can also scroll down and you can find pages with matched images. So sites that have that image. Same thing right here, and then partially matched images. These are going to be pictures that look similar to this one, and I don't see it. Kind of looks like one of my sisters though. All my brothers and sisters except for one are redheads. So I don't know, maybe it's detecting something that I'm not. If you go to properties, then this will show you like your dominant colors. It'll talk about cropping and things like that. JSON, if I'm not mistaken, then this is what you use to actually like train the AI later on. Again, that's not something that we're getting into. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Now, the safe search information is actually pretty interesting. If you guys are familiar, like if you do a search for something on Google, then occasionally it will block content and ask if you want to turn off your safe search settings or adjust those settings in order to see potentially, adult content, right? And so what this tool will do is it can also look at it and try and guess if there's anything on here that could potentially fall under the safe search filters. So for example, we have racy. I am unlikely, but I had 2 points in racing instead of just 1, and this is a score of 1 to 5, so not very high in adult. There's a slight chance it could be a spoof, and there's a slight chance that it could be racy. So just so you guys know, I am a slightly racy YouTuber, so keep that in mind. Now if you want to see what does pop up as racy, and I had to figure out what to search for in order to do this video and not get in trouble with my wife, I ended up going with this image right here. Alright, so we're going to see if this image is racy or not. So we just drag it, drop it into this. And again, we can see our different labels. We have undergarments, pink, swimwear, abdomen, muscles, trunk, and so on. Here are some other examples of it across the internet. Let's see one of the partial match images real quick. Oh yeah, that's the same one. It's just been turned into a meme. We have the properties, so again, talking about our primary colors, ratios, and then if we go to safe search, the software can tell that there is some adult content on here, but not a lot. It's not enough for it to be completely filtered because obviously everything's covered. But as far as racy, it's very likely to be racy. And so if you were to use this image in your YouTube thumbnail, then there's a very good chance that video would be set to restricted mode and you wouldn't get as much reach, which is really interesting. Another example that I thought was really neat, I pull up my picture of puppies here after you guys saw the guy in the bikini. So we're going to look at this picture real quick and scan it and see what it says. It says that it's a dog-like mammal, which is very true. We can see it's a dog, and we can also tell that they're Siberian Huskies. Huskies, sled dogs, husky, the Alaskan dogs, Alaskan mammoths, Canadian Eskimo dogs. And then we can also see that it's a puppy. And then there's another part where it said it was a miniature, here it goes, miniature Siberian Huskies. And there's a 75% chance that that's what this picture is of. And that is correct. These are miniature Siberian Huskies. We can look online and find other examples of this image. See, it's on Pinterest and a whole bunch of other places. Here are the keywords that are being used for it. If you go to Save Search, everything's nice and clean. And so this could be a very good picture to use as a thumbnail, especially if your video is about Siberian Huskies. So I wanted to let you guys see how that part worked and kind of go out and play with it. But there are a couple of interesting things I think that we can use for this. One of the big things that we look at and that we see across the field when dealing with Google when we want to have something be promoted is relevancy. We see it with YouTube videos. If something is relevant to a specific subject or to a specific keyword, then that's going to rank a little bit higher. If we have a website that we're optimizing and that website is relevant to the search term, it's going to rank higher. If you have a backlink coming from a relevant website, that backlink is going to be stronger and have more value for your rankings. What I think we could potentially do with this, what I think the idea behind this is that if we wanted to promote something online, if we wanted to have our website rank a little bit better or have a YouTube rank a little bit better, I think that if we were to put a little bit more attention into our choice of images, and if we were to come and scan those images here first and make sure that they're relevant to the content of the website, I think that Google is going to be able to see that, and I think that it's going to help us move a little bit higher in search because we're going to be able to demonstrate a little bit more relevancy to the search terms that we're trying to target. And so I think that's really important. And again, we can see that when we look over here at the web entries, we can see the anchor text, the alt text, we can see what keywords are related to this image, and so we could potentially use this image as a reference for those search terms. And again, we can see that over here as well. And the interesting thing, one of the things that they had brought up during the conference was that as soon as the software becomes a little bit faster and a little bit more effective, it could potentially be used for YouTube videos as well, to scan each individual frame of a video and check for things that may be, adult content, or maybe something that's not necessarily relevant to the content of the video or relevant to the keywords that you're trying to rank for, and it could potentially help or hurt your rankings there or your reach. So I thought it was really interesting, and again, I just wanted to show you guys really quickly how to get in and find this, because it took me a little bit to actually find this part of the site and everything else and to play around with it. So I hope you guys have found that information helpful, and if you have, make sure to let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to see more videos like this, then subscribe. It's really quick, it's really easy, and it's free. Or at least it is for now. So that'll do it for me. My name's Triston from UTSEO.Ninja. Have yourselves an excellent day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.